Welcome to the Untrapped podcast, where we give motivational and inspirational tips about life, small business, wisdom,
health, wealth, finance, relationships.
It's about being the best you that you can possibly be. Hashtag Untrapped. Welcome to the Untrapped podcast. I am your host, Keith Kelfus.
NLP, psychology, hypnosis, Tao. Hey, if you are new in your own service business and you're having some problems selling, I want to share with you something that I've learned and I'm obsessed with and passionate about and just enthusiastic about. And it's NLP, psychology, hypnosis, and body language of customers. Don't mind me, I'm driving and I'm looking at the road, but tune in with me. If you're newer in your business and you're having some issues selling, or maybe you've been in for several years, you're in the right place. What's up? This is Keith Kelfus, founder of the Landscaping Employee Trap YouTube channel. And I like to make motivational, inspirational videos where I document my journey of going from a flat broke guy with an eviction notice, going through hell, to building a moderately successful landscaping business and sharing things along the journey, including all the real stuff and trying to be as transparent as possible. So anyways, back to the selling thing. NLP, hypnosis, psychology, all that stuff. Cha-ching. I'm out doing my Saturday quotes, and I, for the most part, only do quotes on Saturdays. And I set them all up. My secretary set up all the quotes every hour on the hour. Like, I can sometimes fit in 11 quotes on a Saturday. And I get into sales mode. So I'm not showing up at a customer's house covered in dirt from working out in the field. I'm totally focused on the customer. But there's something interesting that just happened on a quote I just did, a landscape quote for a customer that I want to share with you. There's a saying that says you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you speak. So when you're communicating with the customer and you let them do most of the talking to really feel them out, feel where they're coming from, feel why they want to get this project done. And the more that you can perceive and feel all the way into who calls the shots financially, to who or why they want this done. Is it for aesthetics or artistic, or is it for functionality? But let them do all the talking. This one thing specific really stands out to me. When a customer is talking to me, I'm listening. And I'm not saying I'm the best at this. I don't have $1 million business yet. But if you're ever talking to a customer, I believe it should only be just to reaffirm and get them to say yes in their mind to knowing you, liking you, trusting you, and wanting to hire you. And the only reason you should ever tell a customer anything about what's going on in your business or personal life or anything personal is only specifically to show to them that you're an honest, transparent person, and to help psychologically, neurolinguistically build trust, to show a little bit of, it's not weakness, it's like a little bit of fault you might have had. So then they can go, oh, I see what you mean. I went this thing through, and that's what, and then they'll unload all this information. They'll tell you, I can't believe I'm telling you this. They'll tell you all these things because you told them a little something, and you're very strategic about how they do that. But if you're talking to a customer and you're the one doing the talking, pay attention and stay wide open in your energy field and your peripheral vision. I noticed that this customer, I only talked for like 15 seconds. The customer's hand, I could see in my peripheral vision all the way down, his hand went, when I was talking, his hand went, it was a little involuntary twitch like that. So some part of his neurology is send an electrical response of, it could be selfishness. It could be like, oh shit, my wife's in the house waiting. Because when they're talking, they go under hypnosis and they lose track of time, because there's a difference between real time and psychological time. Hang with me here. But when you're talking and then they go into subjectivity, all of a sudden they become aware of time again, and their hand will twitch. They're like, oh shit, I don't care about you or anything you're saying. So what you can do is, as soon as you notice that, is the second their hand twitches or their foot twitches or they seem like that, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up immediately. Just blah, 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 blah. Don't just stop talking. I need to stop talking. Okay, let me get over here. Instantly bring it right back to them in that moment. So as soon as the customer's hand twitched, I reached out and I grabbed his hand and I shook it and I squeezed it. I said, okay, thank you, Mr. Jones. I'll send the quote over immediately, because he was unsure if he wanted it done or not. And then we can come back and bang this out in 2 weeks on a Thursday if you want it done. And does that ever happen to you? Is there anything that's connecting the dots in your brain that's saying, oh, your hand is twitching? Do you know anybody? Here's an example. Do you know anybody in your personal life? Do you have a customer? Do you have a friend, a family member who talks incessantly and there's no room in their conscious space? There's no room for anybody else. All they care about is what they're saying, what they're talking about, and their agendas. And the second anybody else even tries to input their own ideas, they literally are incapable of listening. They're incapable of receiving anything. So they're actually robbing themselves of all the goods and wisdom that other people might have. Because I think it was it Brian Tracy? He said listening is a full contact sport. Listening is a sport. Listening is an engaging, full contact sport. If you can listen to other people with complete enthusiasm and dive into their world and picture and feel everything that they're talking about and make movies in your mind and feel it and be like, wow. And then they'll be like, why are you listening to me so much? No, I'm literally picturing everything that you're saying. Like this is, keep going. Just keep going. All right. So, but if you do it and you're absolutely genuine, they'll tell you the whole life story. But if you're disingenuine, they'll pick up on it right away, and then it's not going to work. But okay, I'm pulling up this next quote. I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning working. 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm running on no sleep. Okay, I got to go. I hope you guys are doing it awesome. I hope you're crushing it. Ching. Hey, hit me up on the Instagram. Instagram is like where it's at right now. It's micro content. You can create and consume content on a micro fast level on Instagram, and it's really, really cool. All right, later.